Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of In Touch with Steve Cherundolo. I'm Vince, that's Steve. As we like to say, it's a show with a little bit of soccer, but a bit of personality. And Steve, we did a Mother's Day show last week. Did you get any response from your mom or from Mandy? Anyone? What do people say about it?
They both loved it. Congratulations to a good show for making both of us look good, because it's important. We're very appreciative of all the moms out there.
Great, good. I'm glad people are liking the show. But let's do that little bit of soccer. Let's get out of the way. Against Philadelphia, you managed to come back twice. Big part of that game, set pieces. LAFC has 9 set piece goals in 10 games, leads the league. Very different from the last 2 seasons for LAFC. What is your philosophy on set pieces?
Well, I don't have one. The brains behind the operations is Mark Dos Santos.
Okay.
He's in charge of set pieces, so kudos to Mark and all of his hard work, but also to the players for buying into it, believing in it, and if with every goal you score, or with every improvement in the ratio from goals scored to goals against, the trust grows, and so the trust is big right now.
Crosses in, loose in the 6th shot, goal! It's Harrington!
What do you think's changed, besides Mark?
That Mark is doing it that I'm not. No, I think it has a lot to do with the personnel, the quality of service, timing of the runs, but a third of the goals, not just at MLS, all across the globe are scored on set pieces. So like in any sport and any skill, you have to train it regularly. So I think it's something that we do manage to train regularly every week, sometimes twice a week, and I think that's the secret to our success.
Oh, Sifu! Second effort! It's tied again! Another first-time goal score! It's Franco Escobar!
All right, let's move forward to the theme. The theme is based off of the fact that LAFC, top of the West, number 1 in the West, took on number 1 in the East this past week. So we're doing number ones when you were 1. If you guys can believe this, Steve and I are only about 5.5 years apart. I don't know who that says more about. Probably me. I'm doing this show while he's on the field. But we are not that far apart. So we're going to talk about number ones when you were 1 year old. And I've got some of my own, so we got like a battle of it. Steve, when you were 1 year old, the number 1 song in the United States was "Do That to Me One More Time" by Captain and Tennille. Are you a big Captain and Tennille fan?
I can't say I am, I'm sorry.
I was born in '84, so we're talking about '85. The number 1 song when I turned 1 year old in 1985, "Power of Love" by Huey Lewis. I think I might, if it's a competition.
Yeah, you got that one.
So now you guys get the idea. We're doing number ones, pop culture number ones, when both Steve and I were 1. A lot of ones going on here. The number 1 box office movie, I'll give you a hint. It was from a galaxy far away.
A galaxy for Star Wars?
Yeah. Star Wars. If you're starting to put the timeline together, 1980, can you think which Star Wars it was?
Empire Strikes Back?
Bingo. See, I said I was only gonna quiz you if I felt like you could do well in it.
Thank you.
1985, can you guess what would have been the number 1 movie in 1985?
1985. E.T.?
Close.
How about...
Think a car.
Yeah, I'm there. Back to the Future?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna say that's a push.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's a push. 2 great movies, very different.
No. I love Back to the Future, everything about it. But Star Wars, Back to the Future, Star Wars is just massive.
Okay.
Too big.
Steve, did you have a favorite toy when you were a kid?
Very much a kid who grew up outside.
All right, but I'm sure you've probably played this game that was the number 1 toy, Pac-Man.
Oh yeah, Pac-Man was great.
Fan of Pac-Man? Bigger fan of Pac-Man or Mrs. Pac-Man?
Pac-Man. 2 of my siblings were very big on video games, and there was a lot of Pac-Man going on in the house, and the other 2, we were into other things, so.
A lot of video games. Mine not good. Teddy Ruxpin was the number 1 toy in 1985. You have a favorite candy?
I do.
What is it?
I do, Starburst.
Starburst. Okay, this is somewhat along those lines. Favorite candy in 1980? Assorted flavors, think smaller.
Skittles?
Close. Jelly Belly jelly beans.
Jelly Belly jelly beans. I would have never gotten that.
Never gotten it. Mine, oddly enough, 1985, it was the first year they were introduced, Sour Patch Kids.
Okay.
Okay. You want to take a guess at what gas was in 1980 per gallon?
Price?
Yeah.
Per gallon? Oh, I mean, $1.20 maybe?
Wow, okay. $1.19, 1980.
Wow. There you
Super
go.
close. Let's do a sports one. So 1980, 1985 was actually a special year for Los Angeles. Can you guess why in sports that might be?
Maybe the Dodgers? The Lake Show?
Yep. 1980, the Lakers won, and they also won in 1985.
Okay, okay.
All right, let's round it out with this one. This should be fun. Somewhere along the lines of the gas prices. The median home price in the United States in 1980.
$142,000.
I mean, you would be closer to what it was in 85, 86. So in 85, the median house value in the United States was $96,200.
Okay, okay.
In 1980, it was $47,000.
Wow, okay. So I've been thinking this entire time. I was born in 1979. Does this change any of your questions?
No, because once again, it's number ones when you were
When
one.
you were one, okay, okay.
See, there you go.
Okay.
And with that, that wraps up another episode of In Touch with Steve Cherundolo. We'll see you next week. Steve just finally got the theme. We'll do a little bit better next week. We'll see you guys then.